Hey, I really hope you guys enjoyed those pictures. My name is Trenton Steele, aka Fatherrdiff. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram right now. We're gonna put that like right here. Yeah, you just watched me take black and white photos on film. I know a lot of times people will take color film and convert it to black and white. It's okay to do that. I don't care, but I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather shoot it in true black and white film. So these portraits right here are amazing to me because they're actually genuine black and white film pictures. Now, Kodak 400 Tri-Max, Kodak Tri-Max 400, however you want to call it. It is a very great film stock because it's at 400 ISO. You're gonna need a lot of light. I used the aperture 300D. I also had another one, which is the 120 by aperture, which was off to the left side of her. But mainly, I used the 300D to give that very, very bright light. I actually had it maxed out at 99 at times. But yeah, very good film stock. I love it. I love the way the highlights came out. I love the way the shadows came out. I love the grain of it. Actually, I only showed 9 pictures throughout this video because one of them was underexposed. I think my shutter speed should have been at 125. Instead, I was at 250. So it was like maybe one stop over, maybe a little extra. I don't remember the exact settings. However, this is that picture, and it handled it pretty good. Now, sometimes when I was shooting digital, and if that picture is out of focus, I would change it to black and white because you can't really decipher where the focus is. It make it less noticeable. Black and white has a lot of forgiveness when it comes to underexposure or overexposure, especially if you have an image that's too bright and you make it black and white. You can kind of save that picture because you're taking out a lot of the color, so you don't really notice it as much. So that's a few of the reasons why people will convert colors to black and white, but I only do it as a very, very last result. But I prefer not to do it on my film pictures. I haven't turned one of them to black and white, and I don't plan to unless it's a paid gig and I'm just like, I gotta do it, my boy. But anyway, yeah, I enjoy this film stock. If I'm going to shoot black and white, I'm probably going to use this film stock. I know a lot of black and white stocks, they are like ISO 100 or ISO 200. That's going to require a lot of light. So it's either I'm going to have to use a tripod or I'm going to have to get a very, very, very bright light source. Even with me shooting this at 5.6 or 4, because notice I used a different lens with the Pentax 6.7. I used the 55 millimeter on that instead of my normal 900. The widest aperture it'll go is a 4. So yeah, not that much range with this lens. However, if you're having something that's like a 2.8, like my 90 millimeter, you'll be in a little bit of a better shape. But I prefer to shoot at a 4 or a 5.6. If I'm going to 2.8, that's going to give me a lot of bokeh, and at times I do want that. But for this specific lens, I start at 4, so I have to have a lot more light in that. So just keep that in mind if you're planning on using this film stock. Now, another thing that I want to go over is I developed these pictures myself with a CineStill kit, black and white. No, I'm not sponsored by them yet. Anyway, I developed these pictures myself and also scanned these pictures. At the end of me talking, we're gonna go into a little bit of a voiceover of me doing that, just to kind of help you guys see that. But yeah, one of my favorite pictures would have to be this one right here. I really, really love it. I like our hairstyles that we do from time to time. I just like our hair from our culture. So that's why a lot of times when I do these shoots, I focus on the hair because I just think it's very unique for us to do that. And it's an expression of who we are in the things we like. So that's just something that I personally like. I love this picture. This will be my go-to film stock for black and white, unless something else comes up that has the same ISO to match that. I will be trying other film stocks in the future. I have 2 sitting over there right now, but they're low ISO, so I'll probably shoot those outside. But anyway, so yeah, subscribe, like, share, comment. Do that right now. Subscribe, it's like right there. We're gonna jump into the development process. It's gonna be real quick. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to tune in for the next video, and I really appreciate you guys. All right, check this out. So with the Cinestill DF96 developer and fixer, come with a part A and a part B. They want you to pour this into the water, and while you're pouring it, you gotta mix it. All right, you gotta spin that spoon in there. That's part A. This is part B. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm mixing it in there. All right, here we go. Whoopty whoop. You gotta mix. All right. Now, after you pour it, you're gonna top it off to 100 milliliters of more distilled water. All right, only use distilled water. These ain't my rules, just use distilled water. Okay, you're gonna mix it some more, you know what I'm saying? All right, so now you got the little bath, the little tank that you gotta do it in. Got my film, I'm gonna throw it into this dark bag. Now what that is, I do all of this inside of there. I take the film out the roll in this bag and put it into the canister. All right, now, had to take my watch out too. This is probably the most frustrating part about all this. All right, ain't no problem, this is. All right, so now, after I got the film off of the actual roll, thank God I did it right. Gotta stick my hands back in there, okay? Now, did it. Took me a while, but I got it. All right, so we're gonna take it out. And bow, there it is right there. All right, so now that we got it in the canister, we gotta come back. Gotta slide this in. This is the chemical. Now, I'm gonna pour the chemical into the canister that came with the package that I got. All right, so this is 100 milliliters. We're gonna pour it in there, okay? Now, I'm gonna take it out. I'll put the chemical back in this pitcher right here. All right, I use 485 milliliters. If you notice right here, it says for kips and inversions, you want to use 485. That's what I did. I heated it up to 80 degrees, just, you know, that's that sweet spot. All right, so I pour it in there. All right, so we got to do this for like 3 minutes. All right, so because we're doing inversion, we got to keep moving it for 3 minutes. 3 minutes is a long time. Notice I tapped it. That's so the bubbles will not settle on the film. We don't want that. All right, notice I put a little cap back, so you know what I'm saying, we're gonna get all that pressure built up on there. All right, so I poured the chemical that I used back into the canister. I'm supposed to be able to get 16 rolls of film out of this. Now I don't rinse it 7 times with water. You can use regular water. Fill it up, pour it out. Here we go. Moment of truth. And bow, there it is right there. You know what I'm saying? So I took it to the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? I had to steam it up with the shower, because when you got steam in there, lint can't come on. Yeah, I kind of rigged this up. I know it. Anyway, here's what we did. Bow. And that's how you get those pictures.